What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, the day portion of Mugen Eclipse.
And it's me, Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. And we're finally caught up, just one day behind on Vinland Saga. Today we have episode 7.
We've seen this new guy, or new to us on the farm, which is Ketil's father. And he's a very hardworking man, even though he's old as hell. What was his name? Mr. Selvik?
I call him the Horseman.
Horseman. All right, we can call him Horseman. But yeah, he works his ass off. He's old. He even had like a little argument with his son, saying basically, like, "Hey man, like I want to die on my farm. This is how passionate I am." Thorfinn and Einar obviously they wanted to get a horse to get the stumps out of the ground, and obviously they couldn't do it on their own, so they needed to get the horse. So they worked their way to getting the horse. They got that done. The work is looking pretty good right now. And yeah, we even got to chill at the old man's place. And Snake was there, and we had a little meal. It was a pretty nice episode. Pretty good vibes in the episode. Nothing bad happened yet, because we did discuss potential invasion of some sort might occur.
Yeah, I had an idea as soon as we finished recording that they said that King Svein? Or Harold?
Harold, yeah.
Yeah, so Harold is using this farm essentially to fund his troops overseas. And an idea I had right after we finished recording was that this could potentially be the point man in terms of picking it up and delivering it back. So it very well could be a warrior from Harold's army, and he is just tasked with, picking up the tribute for his boss's army. But yeah, other than that, it was a relatively mundane episode. Just, old man Ketil down on the farm. But is there anything you wanted to say real quick, Vontae?
Nah, not at all. I'm just excited to get into this one. We're, like he said earlier, we're finally back on schedule with this. So hope you guys stay tuned. We're going to try to, of course, keep on being on time. But, things happen. Shit happens all the time to everybody. But just know we're here. We're here. But without further ado, are you ready to hop into this episode now?
Yep, let's delay no longer and get into the newest episode of Vinland Saga, Season 2, Episode 7, right about now. Thorfinn's like, come on, just get it over with, guys. I gotta plow some more trees today.
In the sense, too. Oh, my God.
See, that's actually hella smart for them to start cultivating food presently. They're not just clearing out the entirety of the forest.
He's passionate about it.
I've never seen praying like this. That's a comedic line, but that's so profound given where Thorfinn's been at. Do you pray to Christ? Do you pray to the Nordic gods? Do you pray to what's Nika Nika? Okay, I think this guy is the intermediary.
Oh, so this is his son. No.
Wouldn't recommend. Obviously.
Right. Oh. So he's trained him.
Uh-oh, they caught some guys. Oh, not guys.
Oh, man.
This title.
Yeah. Chill Iron Fist Ketil. Chill episode title. Nah, it's probably gonna be something else. Probably like a metaphorical way. I don't know.
I sure hope so, for those kids' sakes. Oh my.
Whoa.
Oh. Wouldn't recommend it.
Iron Fist Ketil.
Oh, that was his former name.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Wow.
So he
I
just
like
fought
this.
with the hands.
I like this. I like this.
That's
Because now
wild.
that makes him even more interesting to me, too.
So why did he choose the Tor's route of giving up battle?
That's exactly my point. I like that. I really like that.
And then you have both his son wanting to go to war and his son not wanting to go to war.
I wonder if his dad, Ketil's dad, was the reason for him to come to the farm and work there. Because it seems like, because I always thought, I was under the impression that, like, he's very passionate about it, which I can see that. But his father seemed like he was
just
like
wants
the
to live
one.
the farming life.
Exactly. So I'm thinking that he probably got that into him. Snorri. All these damn names, man.
He's just, getting milk.
You getting milk. God damn.
Sorry.
There's gonna be people watching this video like, damn.
Oh, that's his wife.
Wow. Interesting. Okay, Grisha.
Aaron in the forest of trees.
Faye didn't do anything. I did it. I'll take the beating.
That's so
crazy.
unique.
Right? It's like he adopted what he used to be, and he's now like a pacifist.
8, 9, 12.
12? Yeah, I knew it.
Is he going to be converted into a slave?
My boy Patrick, that boy, he good dude. I mean, he experienced it. He was a slave before, so.
I'm afraid the wife's gonna step in. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Being the master, but not in the control of this situation.
That's what I was just about to say. It's interesting. You have all these other people around him. You got his wife, you got Snake, you got his son, you got his right-hand man. They're all like, it's interesting. I wonder why, like, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean.
10. Oh, the way that he bent?
Wow. Bro, that's 10 right there. No, that's not one. That is 10, my guy. That's 10. Jesus. Knocked the wind out of him. And probably broke a rib. He probably, man.
He knocked the spine out of that kid. That was almost uncomfortable to watch.
Damn. Is that Arnhide?
Yeah. And the fact that he's consoling with like almost his mistress as opposed to his wife. Like, he can't even be vulnerable with his wife.
Mm-hmm. Man, this season is really unique. Really unique. I didn't
It's
expect
the word
this.
of the day. I don't think I've ever seen a storyline go in this particular direction.
Yeah, and like I said, like I've said it before, like in season 1, we focus on like a handful of characters, but like in this season, it's like we're meeting a whole bunch of new characters on top of characters that we already know. So this is great. I didn't expect this from.
Well, not only that, even the characters that we did knew, they're completely different from the last time that we saw them.
Yeah, everybody except for Thorgill.
Yeah, best girl will be best girl.
Damn. So it's interesting. Afraid of his own son. You have this where he's basically like a what's the word I'm trying to use?
Like figurehead?
No. Well, I'm saying for Ketil, he's like a pacifist now.
Oh, yeah.
And
But didn't he say that, like, he was a coward? Like, his reputation, it's not what is stated?
I think I wasn't sure how to like.
I'll have to look at the official on that, because that translation was kind of weird.
I wasn't sure if they meant like he lied, like all that was just like a lie or like a tale, or it was the truth, but he left war into like other people. They think he just like ran away, kind of like Thor's, but
That's a preview.
yeah. So I'm not exactly too sure, but then again, I mean, his father, I guess, passed on that wealth. So I was gonna say maybe that's how he got his wealth, but it seems like he always, I don't know.
Maybe he was obligated to go to war because he was of that age, so it's kind of like military inscribement, mandatory military inscribement, and just from his time overseas in that war, he did not want to be there.
Right. It's interesting. And then you have these people around him, specifically his son, Thorgill, and his wife, and, you know, it's like, like you said earlier, it's like it's weird that it's like, okay, he's the master, he's the one that owns his farm, yet it's like other people are kind of running situations like this. I don't know if it's because they always knew he was like soft, and that's kind of how it's always been whenever like situations like this occur, or I don't know. Like,
so they're like propping up the image that they created of him for their own personal gain. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, something like that. Because it seems like,
See, I think the dynamic of him being able to, I said this at the end of the episode, him being able to be honest and vulnerable with one of his female slaves, mistresses, whatever, as opposed to he can't even be like that in front of his wife. Like, I know different time period, like pillow talk is different than it is in today's society, but
yeah,
that's just nutty to me that he's expected to play this role and he doesn't want to.
Exactly.
He has to consistently barter to bring down the level of violence that he's acceptable with.
Right. And now we're seeing, you know, kind of even understanding more why he treats, you know, the slaves relatively well. Because that was something that we questioned early on. Like, damn, he's different from the other ones, or at least from what we've seen, you know.
Yeah.
And now we're getting more and more of that. So, man, this, like I said, it's like this season, man, it's doing things that I felt I didn't, that I actually wanted in the first season. Like, I wanted to see more characters, see their development, see where they came from, all that kind of stuff. But we mostly focused, you know, obviously on Askeladd. He was basically the main character in the prologue, you know, and Canute and Thorfinn to some degree. But like in this season, it's like we're getting Thorfinn, Einar, Ketil, his sons, Snake, Canute, you know, and of course we're gonna eventually. I would assume we're gonna get introduced to Harold, relatively soon, maybe within the second half of the season. So I don't know. This season's really good. I can see why people hyped up this arc a lot. I know we're not even like far into it, but like I can already see it, from the interactions that characters have had so far, and an episode like this this came out of nowhere. I had like out of nowhere.
I really enjoy the aspect of how the author is able to essentially display the myriad of opinions and mindsets of the people in this time as it specifically relates to slavery. There are 100 different ways that a person in this era could be related to or affected by slavery. So you have his female mistress, you have Ketil himself, which is like almost a benevolent slave master. You have his wife, who's I don't really like this phrase, but wears the pants in the relationship. You have his son, who is almost fully in Nordic mentality, to where war is battle, the strong rule over the weak, and slaves are the weakest of them all. They do whatever we say or I'll kill them. You have his other son, who is then the opposite side of his brother at the moment, where he takes more so after his dad, but it's still almost emasculating if he doesn't want to go to war. So it's almost expected of him that, oh, you're a man, you should want to go to war and kill our enemies. Then you get back to Thorfinn being a once free man who either sold himself into slavery or just didn't care about being a slave. We still haven't gotten into that. Einar, a similar vein, to where he was living a peaceful life with his family on a farm. It's hard to put into words, but essentially all of these characters, they're interwoven in a way that I feel like the main topic of this arc, being freedom, being free, like what does freedom mean? It's so masterfully created.
Yeah. And Ketil, you can see through both of his sons, it seems like he sees himself in both, in a sense. If it is true that he was in war, he was like this top tier warrior and whatnot, I can see that relation with his older son. And then when it comes to Omar, being more, not really being brave or strong in the sense. He's more. That's why it seems he wants to push him to stay on the farm rather than going to war, because he sees his I guess you could say his cowardice in a way in his son, and he wouldn't want him to go to war, especially with not having any skill or strength to him. So I always like family dynamics, father son or mother son, mother daughter, all that kind of dynamic in a lot of shows.
Same.
And I can see us definitely. I feel like the conclusion of this arc is going to be pretty great, because we're going to get a lot from everybody. It's going to be pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
I was really impressed with this episode in terms of how much I now care about Ketil's story. Previously, he was just playing a role, a background character off to the side. Someone has to be the master, and he was just happened to be the master. There's so much more to his character than that.
Yeah. Damn, that's interesting. But I don't really have anything else to say. It was just a fantastic episode. And
glad we didn't wait 2 weeks to watch this one.
Right.
But...
right. But Iron Fist Ketil episode is done right now. So yeah. Can't wait for next week to see what we're going to have next week. Who knows? Because this episode, like I said, came out of nowhere. So who knows what we're going to get next week. Yep. But you got anything else before we head out?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right. Well, like I say at the end of every video, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video, and peace.
Peace.